Hi friends, this is Mohammed Nishad and I'm working with ITC Limited for the past 1 year. Today we'll be discussing about one chapter from CMA Final Paper 20 SPM, which is Economic Efficiency of the Firm. See, I have done one YouTube video on the same chapter in my mother tongue Malayalam, but some of my friends, those who are not from Kerala, asked me if you can do it in English, it will be helpful. So that's the reason why same chapter, same questions, everything same only, but I'm doing it in English as well. So coming back to the chapter, this chapter is having some part theory and some part problem. So if you take the theory part, in the exams it will be asking for 2 to 4 marks questions will be asked from theory part, and from the problem part it will be 8 to 10 marks. So most of our marks will be going into problem areas only, and theory, theory it will be what you have studied in your commerce, your plus 2 commerce and all you have been studied in economics, some part theory, this different market types and demand supply, like that, whatever you have studied in your plus 2 and all. And see, earlier the system was earlier if you take in the intermediate course and all, we will be getting 1 marks for our objective questions, but now the system has been changed. You will be getting 1 marks for your right choice and 1 marks will be allotted to your justification. So why you have selected that particular choice? So 2 marks will be for one question, and if you are getting 2 questions it will be 4 marks. So the maximum that we can get it in the theory. But in some exceptional cases, it has been seen that some question for 4 marks also been asked. Anyway, so leaving that part, we'll be concentrating more on our problem area, because we know that 8 to 10 marks will be definitely be asked from problem areas only. And the benefit which you have is 43 illustrations are there in the study material, and whatever questions asking in the exams will be from these 43 illustrations only. So the bigger benefit which we have. So if we are able to practice these 43 illustration, will be secured of 10 marks or minimum 8 marks will be secured. So that is the reason why I am concentrating more on problem area. And one thing which I have to share with you is actually, maybe you have heard from your seniors or someone else, that this chapter is having a lot of mathematical calculations. See, here we don't have to deal with any tough or complex type of maths. Here only basic maths only involved, which you people are already knows. And some part of our costing also involved, which is total cost, marginal cost and all. So don't overthink that you have to solve bigger calculations, nothing like that. It's very easy only, trust me. Here what you have to remember is some of your basics in costing only. See, I will tell you. Total cost. What is total cost? We know total cost will be comprising of variable cost and fixed cost, right? We know all these things right now. Then next will be marginal cost, right? What is marginal cost? Change in total cost divided by change in total quantity, right? I will tell you one example. See, for example, we are manufacturing 5 pen which is costing 20 rupees. Okay, let total cost be 20 rupees for 5 pens. Next, again we are manufacturing how much pens? 6 pen. Means 1 pen additionally we have manufactured, and the total cost is coming around 26 rupees. Okay, so if you take this example, from 5 to 6, how many quantity we have increased? Only 1 unit we have increased, right? And what the cost? See, from 20 to 26, how much? 6 rupees increased right now. So if you get into the equation, change in total cost, how much total cost? See, 20 to 26 means 6 divided by change in total quantity. How much quantity changed? Only 1 quantity. So marginal cost is what? 6 rupees right now. So marginal cost is that cost which incurred to produce one additional output, right? See, from here 5 to 6, one additional output only we have produced, and what is the additional cost incurred? 6 rupees. Okay, so that is marginal cost. So we have learned total cost, marginal cost. Next, average cost. What is average cost? Average cost is total cost divided by total quantity. Okay, then Next is average variable cost. Average variable cost is variable cost divided by total quantity. Okay, then average fixed cost equal to fixed cost divided by total quantity. Okay, all these are basic things only which you have learned in your costing, nothing more than that. So look, whatever things we have learned: total cost, then marginal cost, average variable cost, average fixed cost, right? These are all the cost. Then like this, what things will come? Total revenue, marginal revenue, then average revenue. Okay, so all these things I hope you will be knowing it. It's only basic costing only. So these are all the basic things which you people need to be remembered while solving the problem, right? And all other calculations, operations and all I will explain you when I am solving the problem. Okay, so we'll move on to the problem. So look at the first illustration. The cost function of a firm is given by the function c is equal to 4x cube plus 9x square plus 11x plus 27. Find average cost, marginal cost, average variable cost and average fixed cost, x being the output. So we have the question, and the question, what are the data are available? We have cost function we have, and x, it has been x is being output, and they are telling that we have to calculate average cost, marginal cost, average variable cost and finally average fixed cost. In the last page I have told you what are the equations to be used while solving the problem, right? So what we have done, we have taken the cost function. Okay, then first one is average cost. I have already told you what is the equation for average cost: total cost divided by total quantity, right? We have already total cost available here, so only thing what we have to do is divide with the total quantity, and in the question specifically told x being the output, so what we will do, equal to total cost divided by total quantity, right? X. So what we are going to do is 4x cube plus 9x square plus 11x plus 27 divided by x. So what value we will get? 4x cube divided by x. How much we will get? 4x square, right? Then 9x square divided by x. How much we will get? 9x. Then 11x divided by x. How much? 11. Then is there any x with the 27? No. So what we have to do? Plus 27 divided by x. So this is what? Average cost, right? The next what we have asked in the question is marginal cost. Look here. Marginal cost, we know what is the equation? Change in total cost divided by change in total quantity, right? TQ will be replaced with the TX. Since the question is not giving us any absolute value for total cost or absolute value for total quantity, what we have to do here? We have to use derivatives. See, nothing, only what we are doing is, instead of total cost, what we will write? DC, derivative of cost. Then instead of dx, what we will write? Derivative of quantity. Okay, dc by dx is what? Marginal cost. Okay, so this technique we are using to find marginal cost. Then I will tell you how you can find a derivative of a cost function. See, we have cost function of 4x cube plus 9x square plus 11x plus 27, right? Perfect. Then how marginal cost is to be found out? So if you are getting this kind of cost function, what you have to do? You are having one power, correct? No, with x you are having one power. Here the power value is 3. You have to multiply this power with this value. So 3 into 4, how much you will get? 12. Then x. Then what you have to do? You have to reduce 1 from the power. Okay, so 12x square. Same thing here. 2 into 9, how much? 18. X minus 1, how much? 1. Then here how much you are having? Is it 0? No. X means x raised to 1. So 1 into 11 is 11 minus 1 minus 1, how much? 0. So is there any x there? No. So we don't have to write. Here is there any x? No. So we don't have to consider. So what is the final answer? This is marginal cost. Okay, it's very easy. See, why this 27 is not required? Because it doesn't have any x with it. And the other thing, see, all here, see, I will write here, equal to 4x cube plus 9x square plus 11x plus 27, right? Here and all we are having x. Why? Because this is a cost function. Cost function means total cost function. We know TC is equal to variable cost plus fixed cost, right? Variable cost will change according to change in quantity. Whether fixed cost will change? No, it will not change. So here and all we are having quantity as x, means whatever change in x, variable cost means total cost will change. But here we don't have any x, means this is what? This is always constant, because change in quantity will not affect this 27, and it is what? Fixed cost. Okay, so this is the reason why while calculating marginal cost, this 27 is not considered. Next we have to see is average variable cost, right? What is the equation? Variable cost divided by total quantity, right? Here we are having variable cost. I already told which is variable cost. This particular part is variable cost. So what we have to do? 4x cube plus 9x square plus 11x divided by x. We will get 4x square plus 9x plus 11. So this is what? Average variable cost. Next is what? Average fixed cost. We know this is fixed cost, right? So fixed cost divided by quantity. This is what? Average fixed cost. So you have two options. Either you can write freshly total cost, and from that you can find average variable cost, average fixed cost, or what else you can do? You have already found out average cost, right? From that, this much portion is what? Average variable cost, right? And the balance portion is average fixed cost. Both are same only. Hope you understood the illustration. Next illustration, actually you can solve your own. Same logic only. Whatever I have discussed here, same thing only in the same thing you can apply in the illustration number 2 also. Okay. Then after that we will go into some other topic, which is profit maximization or cost minimization process.